BoardGameManiacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another video battle report. This battle report is a continuation from the little mini-series that I did a while ago for Tests of Honor. Now, Tests of Honor is made by Warlord Games. It is based in feudal Japan, and you're fighting samurai against samurai and commoners against commoners. You have spearmen, you have bowmen, you have musketmen, you have sergeants, you got musicians, you got flag bearers, you got a whole bunch of stuff. You can also buy like cavalry, which are mounted samurai on horses. I don't have that. We are going to be playing the core box set only that you see. Everything you see comes in core box except for obviously the terrain and the battle board. If you ever want to check out how to build a battle board, exactly this one, you can look at our videos in the past and you can definitely check it out and see how we built it from start to finish. It was a really fun build. So in this one here, the name of the battle is Battle 2. It Seize the Outpost. So obviously you gotta capture the outpost. Now there's token markers onto the board. I'll explain everything as we go along into the battle. Now it is a 15-point game. The first one that we did, First Clash, you're supposed to play this, continue on from that, but I can't really remember who won at First Clash, so I'm just going to roll to see which one goes first and then who's going to be the second person, because you have to roll for the other team to find out when they come on the board. And that is how you play this game, but I will explain it more in detail as we go along. There could be some rules mistakes still. I'm still new to this game. So if there's rules mistakes, please let me know in the comments down below. Refer to a page number into the rule book and say like, hey, you did this, but you should have done that. Just so I learn the game more, so I can do more content for everybody out there watching. Because I love this game. Great detail into the miniatures. It's so much fun to play. It's been catching on like wildfire. I've been noticing a lot of groups playing it too as well. So without further ado, let's get on to the Battle 2. From Tests of Honor by Warlord Games. Though your wounds have healed, the humiliation of defeat still stings, and you have been waiting for an opportunity to take your revenge. You have tracked your foe to a small outpost that he is guarding on behalf of his clan. Seizing the outpost will teach him the lesson he deserves. Your clan lord has tasked you with guarding this outpost, and though you probably feel it is beneath you, you cannot refuse the order. Your troops are spread out as the sun sets, when the attackers are sighted, and you yell for them to hasten to your side. That is the board set up, BoardGameManiacs, for the second battle, which is Seize the Outpost. Now, the objective of this is seize and maintain control of the objectives representing control of the outpost. So you can see here, there's one objective, two objectives, and three objectives. They are supposed to be placed within 12 inches from the edge of the gaming board and in front of the buildings. So you can see I have the stone wall that stretches up to there and then down. This is the playing field. It is a 3x3 or 3 foot by 3 foot surface that we're playing, and the outskirts, I just got trees lined up here. You have a bridge going over the little water, but this is kind of no man's land. That's not where you play. It's only within these compounds that you are able to battle it, and you have to, again, seize, take control of these objectives and maintain them to win the game. For deployment, player 2 deploys up to 10 points worth of warriors on the table, including his samurai hero. The remaining warriors are left off the table as reinforcements, and you just place them onto the recruitment cards. Then player 1 chooses any table edge and deploys all his warriors within 3 inches of that edge. Player 1 draws the first token. Now, this is supposed to be that whoever lost the first clash is player 1, but because you know, it was a tutorial mission that we played and I wasn't really keeping track of it, I'm just going to roll to see which one goes first, if it's the red clan or the blue clan. Because that's right, you probably guessed it, this here is a solo game where I'm playing both sides of this game myself. How do you control one of the three objectives? Or all the objectives? Well, how do you control them? To control an objective, a warrior must be within 3 inches of it, and there must be no enemy warriors within 3 inches. Control can change sides multiple times during the battle. So pretty much, as long as one of your warriors within 3 inches of this, and an opposing team is not within 3 inches, you have that objective. The warriors are the clan that starts with only 10 points and the remaining is left off. How they get on to the board is at round 2, they roll for test of wits. Now, and again, with round 2, they get an extra 1 dice for the test of wits. If they fail, they just take their action token and they put it onto their reinforcement card. Now, on turn 3, they'd be able to roll, but they get an extra 2 dice for their test of wit. And then turn 4, they get 3, and so on until they get on. So that is how you, the player that only has 10 points starting up on the board, how they can get more of their group onto the board. How you win the game? Well, it's pretty simple. So this goes up to turn 5, and whatever group has the most objectives by the end of turn 5 wins. And then the group that does not have the most objectives, they're just considered, they flee, they run away because they are beaten in battle. After doing a roll-off, the team that starts with the handicap is the red team. So this is a red team. It's 15 points per side. So let's take a look a little bit closer of what I chose for this team. So you can see you have to have a samurai hero. So there's my samurai hero right here for the red clan. Now everybody should remember these symbols, if not. So I'll go over these symbols and so on, but just to show you first, we got the samurai hero. We have a musketman right here. We have another musketman. We have experienced spearmen. We have 2 bowmen. So that makes up the 15 points for the red clan. And they are the handicap one, which means they only get 10 members or 10 points of their clan on the board first off. Here is the 15 points for the blue clan. I'll show you what I took here too as well. So I got my group of experienced musketmen. I have experienced bowmen right here. I have loyal spearmen. I have my samurai hero. He's in yellow, not the blue, because he wants to stand out. And I also have a sergeant here. So these forces look like there's a lot more to them, but it is 15 points. And the way you can come up with the point value is on every card, you have numbers on the upper right hand corner. And you just total them up, and that's how you get your points. So total of 15 points. And just as before, for the icons or logos on the card, you got this one here, which is your aim. You got your agility, you got your strength, your wit, your honor, and your actions or your moves. And 1 means 1 action per turn. So these are your action tokens. But samurais have 3 actions per turn, as you can see here. And the sergeant only has 1 action. But I've never used the sergeant before, and I never used the musketmen before as well. So I'm pretty interested to see how they play it. Now I do know with the musketmen that after you shoot your muskets, your next action you have to use to reload your muskets. So that may cause a little bit of problems, but we'll see. They have some really good range though. So hopefully the musketmen will pan out and we'll be successful. Well, one of us will be successful, the red clan or blue clan. We take all of our tokens for each of our clan members and we drop them in the bag, and the only thing left to do here is we got our 3 fate tokens and we drop them in, and that just gets mixed up. Here's a nice little bag that my friend Doug gave me. Now this is from Table War. You can go check out his stuff. He has some great cases. He got some great gaming mats, which you're probably going to see in future videos. And he has dice. There's so much stuff over there at Table War. I definitely would suggest to go check it out. Check him out. He's at tableward.com for all the great products that they do have. So I'm using this dice bag for Test of Honor. I dropped all of the tokens and the Fate tokens in here to start off. So the way we start this battle off again, for if anybody needs a reminder, such as myself, is the player who is starting with only 10 points on the board, they go first, and they have to deploy 3 inches away from the table edge. And it is the red team that is deploying only 10 points, and the other 5 points are in reserve. After the deployment is done of the red, then the blue clan will be able to deploy on any table edge that they choose. It can be close as possible, but they do have a stipulation that they have to deploy within 3 inches of that table edge too as well. After the deployment is all done, player 1 gets to draw the first token, and player 1 would be the one that don't have the handicap where they have the full 15 points on the board. So I'm going to do the deployment. I'll be back and show you what all the deployment is before we pull the first token. Deployment is done. So for the red clan, which could only bring 10 points on the board starting off, unfortunately the way that I have my team picked out, I can only deploy 9 points, because if I deployed one more, that's going to be 11, and I can't do that. So they only have 3 men on the board, which is really low, but 3 inches from the table edge, which is here, we have our samurai and we have a bowman right here. And if you look over here, we got our musket guy right here, 3 inches from the table edge. And that is the deployment for the red clan. They're very little on what they have. For the blue clan deployment, I got my clan of bowmen right here, perched up so that they have a height advantage. We have the spearman right here with the samurai, and we also have the sergeant. And over here we have the musketmen over here, and that is the deployment for the blue. Now, there's a card that I'm using that has a special ability, and it is the sergeant has a special ability, and I will tell everybody what that is in a second. For the sergeant, it has Order the Charge. After the sergeant makes a move action, in addition, he can order a friendly commoner within 6 inches to charge as a free action. There must be a sustainable target within range. So pretty much what that means is my sergeant over here, if he is within 6 inches of a friendly commoner, not a samurai, but a commoner, after he does his move action, he can order the commoner to charge. Now that charge, it has to be within 6 inches of a viable target. And that's how the sergeant's special ability works. That is a deployment for both clans, the red and blue. And then we go on to drawing the first token, and the first token is drawn by the blue clan. The first token the blue clan drew is the samurai. So we take the samurai token and we put it on his card to let him know that he activated once, and now he can do a couple of different actions. Now there's nothing really in range because he's a melee kind of guy. So he can move up 6 inches, or he can move up 3 inches and be cautious. That's pretty much the only two that he can do, so stand by, I'll show you what I did with him. For my samurai action, I moved 6 inches. So I'm still hiding behind the rice stores because I don't want to get in open so that the bowman from down there can try to shoot at him and hurt him. For the red clan, I was going to say blue clan, but the red clan, it's a commoner token. So I can try to bring on one of my other guys now if I want, which I'm thinking I'm going to do, because if you look here, I don't think there's really anything in range, but then again, the musket guy may be in range here. The range of a musket is 20 inches, but it don't look like they're in range. I'm gonna have to double check that. If not, I may just try to bring on another one of my team members for the red clan. I think I said in the beginning of the video that starting at round 2, you can try to bring on reinforcements, but I just checked in the book and you can do it right from round 1. It just, you only start getting bonuses from round 2 for an extra die for rolling for wits. So what I think I'm going to do then is I'm going to try to bring on one of these commoners. Now, I already have a bowman and a musketman there, so I'm thinking I'm going to try to bring on the other bowman. So if I look on this card for tests of wits, it's 3. So I get 3 dice, I have to roll, and I have to get 3 successes for any test for it to be able to successful. So I'm going to roll and see what happens. Here's my 3 dice. Let me see if I'm successful here. Oh no! That is a fumble, because I got 2. When the X's are more than the swords, it means it's a fumble. But the thing is nothing happens to him because he's out of the game for now, because I didn't successfully roll 3 successes. So nothing else happens to him on that case. For the blue team, their next action is another samurai token. So that's the second samurai token right there. And we see the samurais here. Now, we only have to be within 3 inches of an objective to hold it. So I'm thinking that he's just going to start moving up some more, and hopefully he's going to stay to the range and line of sight of the red bowman down there. But that's what he's going to. He's going to move up. Now, he may only move 3 and then be cautious just to be safe so he don't burn through one of his action tokens if he's being shot at. Let's see what happens, because I don't know, I have to really think about this one. This samurai is living on the dangerous side, because he's just, hey, I'm going to do this. So he moved up only 3 inches and he's cautious, just in case the commoner tokens get pulled now and if the bowman's going to try to shoot, because I'm sure he's probably within the 24-inch range that he can try to get hit. Let's see what the red clan, what they're going to do now. The red clan pulled out a fate token. So during the first clash, whenever you pulled out this fate token, you missed your turn. But the way you're supposed to play it after you play the very first game, the first clash, which is tutorials, every time you pull a fate token, except for the third one, which will end that turn, is you get to grab an upgrade card. So I'm going to leave this fate token out, and I get an upgrade card. Now hopefully it's going to be something really good for the red clan, because they're down some units still. As you can see, they're still waiting to deploy on the field. Let's check it out. So this is the upgrade card that is given to the red clan, and it's issue challenge. From now on, the samurai and the enemy samurai hero gains a +1 die on their melee strike rolls when fighting each other. They both suffer -1 die on strike rolls against anyone else. This effect ends if either warrior is cut down. Honor, once per battle. So this card gives you once per battle that you can use this, and it has to be given to the samurai. But the thing is if your samurai is going up against somebody else other than a samurai, they get a -1. So they're going to try to want to go head to head with each other, at least so they get the +1 die. The next token that the blue clan has drawn is yet another samurai token. So he already went, this is his third and final activation for this turn. Now with the samurai, I'm just going over here and showing everybody that he already has a caution token onto him. So in the book it does say that whenever they do an action, whether it's a move or a fight or anything, they lose that caution token, because he's going to move again. Because he wants to get within 3 inches to stay here. I measured, he's not within 3 inches, so he's going to move up to 3 inches to be within 3 inches of the objective, and then he's going to put a caution token back on him. So because he's only moved 3, and I already pre-measured off camera, so I do know that the 3 inches are right here. He's within 3 inches, so I take that caution token and put it back on again. So now, if somebody takes a pot shot at him, at least he's going to have a free avoidance with that caution token. That's smart thinking on the samurai's part, I think anyhow. That's why he's a samurai. For the red clan, pull the commoner token. It's not in focus. So that's a commoner token. Now I have to decide what I want to do. Do I want to try to bring my musketman on or my spearman? Or do I want to try to move the 3 inches with my bow guy, my bowman, up just so he can see the samurai and try to shoot him? I know he's got a caution token onto him, but I'm thinking that's what I'm doing. I'm going to try to get him away from that objective marker regardless. So my commoner token is going on to my bowman, which is right here, and he's going to try to shoot him. The red bowman had moved up his 3 inches only, and now he is going to shoot at the samurai. Now this samurai don't have any more tokens to pull out the bag, but he does have the caution token. So that will let him have a free avoidance. And one thing to note too as well is the range on a bow is 24 inches. If it is more than 12, you reduce the amount of dice rolled by 1. So on the card for the bowman it says it's 3 dice, but because it is over 12 inches, he only gets 2 dice to try and hit him. Now he needs 3 successes, so I'm going to try that. And I get 3 successes. That is a good shot. He's a really good aim, that red bowman. Now, because the samurai, like I said, don't have any more tokens that he can pull out the bag, but he does have his caution token, so that gets removed, and he gets a free avoidance to see if he can avoid it. Let's see if he can. The samurai has agility of 5 dice, so here's his 5 dice. All he needs is 3 successes to be able to dodge this. Oh, he only gets 2, so the hit does go through. The arrow flies through the air and it does hit him. Now, we have to roll on the damage table to see what kind of damage the bowman does to the samurai. I never was not expecting that. I thought he would have definitely been able to move out of the way. Now we roll for the damage. So he had to successfully hit, he's going to have 3 successes. Again, for any test to be successful, you need 3 successes or 3 swords. If he misses, the samurai will still take a wound and get moved back an inch, which will probably take him out of the claiming that token. We'll see, we'll see. So anyhow, there's 3 dice, because when you're dealing with a bow or a missile weapon, you don't go by the strength for the damage roll. You actually go by the aim for it. If you're using combat, then you would have to go by the strength. But now it's 3 dice for the damage. Oh, he fumbles. He got 2 X's. Something else interesting happens now. Because he made a fumble, and it was on a damage roll, what happens, it's called a glance off. So what that means is the arrow just glanced off him. Now he don't take a wound because it's a glance off, which is lucky. But he does get pushed back 1 inch. So this may be out of the 3 inch mark for that. So he still succeeded by getting him off of the objective. I'm going to measure just to make sure, but that is 1 inch away. It's a glance off because the red bowman fumbled and no wound did occur. No wound occurred, not did occur. Alas, you can see the samurai is still within 3 inches from the objective, so he still is maintaining the holding that objective. That was a really good try from the bowman though. I have to give him credit for that. Good try, red bowman. For the blue team's next activation, it's a commoner token. So I have to decide if I want to do the sergeant, the archery, or the bowman or musketman. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my archery guys up here because he pretty much is able to see right in there. So, and plus they're on high ground. They're going to just camp out there. So I'm not going to move them yet unless I have to. So now I'm thinking for this, I'm going to bring the musketman up. Now you can see down there, the other musketman down there, he's, you know, well over 20 inches away. So I'm not worried about it, even if they move to 6 inches. So I'm not going to do a caution token on them. So Musketmen are going to move 6 inches, and that is what is happening for the blue clan's activation turn. Red clan's activation turn, I got a commoner token, and what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to try to bring on my other musketman right here. So I have to roll his wits, which is 3, to see if I can bring him on. This is still round 1 or turn 1, so he gets 3, not 4 dice. Let's see if he can do it or not. Looking for 3 successes to bring him on the board. He only gets 2. Oh, so he stays off for this. The reinforcements have not come on. This is interesting. So it is on to the blue clan, and there's still samurai tokens in, so I pulled the samurai token, but you can see he already did his 3 activation. So what that means is with this samurai token, it goes over and the blue clan misses their turn and it goes automatically to the samurai for the red clan, so they get to move. And that's what I think I'm doing, just gonna move up 6 inches to try to get closer to the objective marker over there. And there you have the samurai moved up the full 6 inches, no caution token, no nothing. He's just going for it. And that is just how he's doing it. For the next activation of the red clan, again, the reason why the red clan is going again, because on the blue activation, they pulled a samurai token, but as you can tell, all the samurai actions are used, so we had to automatically give it over to give the samurai his turn for the red clan. So we have the commoner token now for the red clan. Whatever will we do? Now, we have the spearmen to try to come on, or we have the musketmen all the way over there. So it's 20 inches. Now, if he even moved 3 inches, I don't think he's going to be within the 20-inch range, but I still want him to move anyhow. And the experienced musketmen here already went, so I don't have to worry about them trying to shoot this round. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put it on my musketman right here, and I'm going to move up to 3 inches. Or 6 inches, I mean. That is what the lone musketman did, is he moved up his 6 inches, because he's getting ready, so hopefully on the next turn he's going to activate first to be able to shoot the 3 musketmen for the blue clan over there. We'll see what happens. The blue clan's turn, drew a fate token. It's fate token number 2 now. So you get an upgrade card. So let's see what the upgrade card is for the blue clan. Inspiring speech. All friendly warriors within 6 inches move 3 inches towards the nearest enemy. If this would take them within 1 inch of an enemy, they stop 1 inch away. Honor, once per battle. So they get an inspiring speech. Now, who am I going to put this on? I'm not sure. I'm going to put it on the sergeant. Why not? So one thing I want to take note of here is whenever you get to draw an upgrade card, what happens with this upgrade card is you can't just keep pulling upgrade cards on all of your characters. It's based on per action. So with the sergeant, he has 1 action, so that's the only upgrade card he can put onto himself. That is it. Samurai has 3 actions, so he can put 3 upgrade cards on him. So the only difference for this game is the samurai can have 3 upgrade cards, but every other commoner can only have the 1 upgrade card per team. Or not per team, but per character card. And that is how you do the upgrade cards. Red team drew a commoner card. So the only other thing left that I can do, because everyone else is activated, well, the samurai got 2 more actions he's going to be able to do. But I'm going to put it on my experienced spearmen. They got a wit of 4, so I get to roll 4 dice, and if I get 3 successes, they are able to come on the board. Let's take a peek and see if it does it or not. Looking for 3 successes, 3 successes. Oh, he definitely gets 3 successes. He got 5. That would be able a bonus, but he don't get a bonus because, you know, he just gets 5. So he passed his test of wit, so he's able to come on the board. The group of spearmen come on here. Now, in the book, it does say that if they successfully roll the tests of wits, they're able to come on as if coming on to the table edge. So because of that, they don't just go 3 inches, they can move up to a full 6 inches. But you can see the bowman is blocking right there, so that's as far as they can go. For the blue team's activation, they have drawn the last fate token. So because of that, we are done of turn 1 for this game of Test of Honor. So, you know what we do is we pull all the tokens, put them back in the bag, including the fate tokens, and we continue on with it. Now remember, we have to only play up to turn 5, the end of turn 5 for this campaign, or this part of the campaign, I should say. The second battle, seize the objective, or seize the outpost, I should say. So that is it. So I'm going to set up for turn 2 and I will be back. What I decided to do, because pretty much you should have the gist of how this game goes right now. So I'm going to turn up the camera, I'm going to play through. If anything significant happens, just like when I'm playing the board games and so forth, I will turn the camera back on and show exactly what happened. But until then, just stand by and wait to see the results of what the battle will bring. We are on turn 2. Now, what you didn't see on camera, what I did is I drew 1 token which was for the samurai, and the yellow samurai, which is for the blue team, decided, because he was here and he's like, you know what, I'm not going to go here because I had the musketmen that are moving their way here to capture the objective. So he decides to start running to get over to this objective. Unfortunately, he's not within 3 inches. He only moved 3 inches, and he did a cautious token, which is right here. So then the next one, what I did is for the bowman, he was back here for the red team because I drew a counter token. He moved 3 inches and then he shot because he was over 12 inches. He shot at him, but he had a cautious token. And when he shot, he had to roll 2 dice instead of 3 because it was past the 12 inches, and he got 2 blank dice, which means nothing happened. So he still got his cautious token. And that's what happened for that. And then the next one was the samurai, and I just moved up. Now he is within 3 inches, so he's able to contest that objective, but he's going to go there too as well. So I can think we're going to see a samurai battle here. And that's what happened so far. Now, why I turned the camera on is it's very important that the next one was the blue team. I drew a combo token, and it's the musketmen. So they moved up 3 inches. And they're going to try to shoot at the red musketman right here. Now, it's a 24-inch range, or 20-inch range, I should say. This is 17 inches roughly. So because of that, they get no penalty. So it's 4 dice to shoot. Because they are a full unit, it's a 3+1 die. So they get to try to get, all he needs is 3 successes to try and hit for the musket. And he gets 2, so 2 X's and 2 swords. So if he got 1 more X, then that would have been a fumble. But because of that, they missed. So because they missed, he don't have to try to do any kind of avoidance or anything. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to keep playing the game. And again, if anything significant happens, I will be back. Next, it's the red team activation, red clan. They drew a commoner token, and the musketman is going to return a favor and fire into the group of 3 of the blue musketmen and see what happens here. So his range is 3. He don't get an extra one, but because of that, he's going to shoot, and then he's going to have to get a reload token. Now, I forgot to put a reload token on these guys, so I'm going to do that now. So what the reload token looks like is this one right here. Now, where are these from? If you look on the other side, they're the caution tokens. So now these are the reload tokens. And they are going to go on to the experienced musketmen. Now, because of that, they need to use an action to get rid of the reload. So we're on to the shooting for the the red musketman into the blue. 3 dice, let's go. Whoa, that was off camera. But only 2, so nothing happened, didn't get 3 successes, so they missed, but the red musketman does get a reload token. Onto the red clan's turn, it's an activation for the samurai. I pulled the token out, and what the samurai is going to do, which is his second action, because I already used 1, is he's going to move to 3 inches, so he's going to go here. He's going to tuck right there, and he's going to be cautious because it's only 3 inches. He's going to stay like that, and the reason why is if they start coming down, they can't shoot him right now because he's kind of hiding behind the building, which is really good. But he has this objective, because right now that's not 3 inches. I will double check with the measurement, but I think it's not 3 inches, so he should be fine. Just as I suspected, so the yellow samurai for the blue clan is not within 3 inches of the objective marker, so he's not contesting it right now. So, but I'm sure he's going to be able to move up there. So the samurai is exactly right there. We're on to the blue turn activation, blue clan, and they drew another samurai one, so this is the second one. Now, what I'm going to do, because I'm thinking that he's within 6 inches from that samurai, and if he is, he's going to charge in and attack in melee, so it's samurai versus samurai. But I'm going to measure it just to find out if they're within 6 inches. Hopefully that will happen. But if he does that, he loses his caution token. You can clearly see that he is within the 6-inch range, so he's going to be able to charge in, go base to base, and attack. Now again, when he charges, it's got to be a straight line to the closest, the closest miniature. Now that is also for aiming and shooting. Now, if you're going to shoot at something or try to go in to charge something that is not the closest one, you have to do test of wit to see if you pass before you can charge. But anyhow, he is the closest, so he's going to go just right in on top. He loses his caution token, but now he is going to battle the other samurai. Now, I never said this at the beginning, but for this one here, I'm saying both of them have heavy swords, because they are pretty long. You can see that. They're not katanas. They're the heavy swords, and that is what I'm saying, and that's what I'm sticking to. So, on with the rolling for the battle. Because it's in melee, you will use the strength, and the samurai has a strength of 5, so 5 dice to go and try to attack the other samurai. Need 3 successes. He does get 3 successes, so it's a successful hit. Now, because the red samurai has a caution token, he don't need to pull out one of his activation tokens. He has the caution token, so he burns that to try to avoid. One thing I forgot about was the issue of challenge. Now it's samurai against samurai, so because of that, the enemy samurai hero gains a +1 die on their melee strike rolls. So I got 1 more die. And the reason why I'm rolling is if I get another 2, then that's going to be a bonus that samurai gets. And look at that, it's a 2, so he's going to have a bonus for this strike. Because the samurai was successful, that extra die just definitely helped him out here. And he's got a 5, so you can see here, pass with 5 or more, and it was on a strike. So because a strike with the heavy sword, he gets a deep cut plus fearsome blow. Now I'm going to explain what each of these are too as well. Looking here, so first off, let's look at deep cut. It says, if the attack results in a light wound, roll 1 die. Every sword rolled causes a blood drop in the addition to the normal 1 blood drop. So regardless, he's going to get a 1 blood drop unless he fumbles the attacking samurai. So that is for the deep cut. Then if you look down to the fearsome blow, if the attack results in a light wound, all enemy warriors within 6 inches must test for loss of nerve, including the target warrior. This is going to be very interesting, these results. Let's hopefully see that the the red samurai will fend it off. We will see. The red samurai got 5 dice to try to fend off for the agility. So I gotta take one out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I almost cheated there. Oh no. So, oh, look at this. Yeah, he definitely defends. That's 4. So he's able just to defend off. But even though that he defended off, he still suffers a light wound. So because of that light wound and because of the fearsome blow and deep cut, we're going to have to roll for that too as well. This is going to hurt. And also, it's going to be fearsome blow, I think. I have to measure because it looks like the spearmen are within 6 inches from the model. The samurai, I mean. So first off, he defended. So because when he defended, he's going to be pushed back 1 inch and he's going to suffer a light wound regardless. And then we have to roll 1 die, and for every sword, it's an extra blood drop. So that's 2. Oh, so that hurts. So he gets 3 blood drops, not 2. Ouch. What happens now, because he suffers a wound, you know, he attacked him, he was able to defend. So this samurai gets pushed back 1 inch. Now if it was the other way around, now if it was the other way that he didn't successfully block it, then he would have been pushed back 1 inch. But that is not the case. So because of that, now let's measure here. Oh, 6 inches. So the other part of that attack is going to take effect, which means it's a forceful strike or forceful blow. I will check the wording on that. The proper wording is fearsome blow. So because the fearsome blow, it did successfully go through and it's in 6 inches. So he has to take a test of honor, and if he fails, he has to go directly back 6 inches. He also has to take a test of honor, and if he fails, he goes back 6 inches. But because there's 3 wounds or 3 blood drops onto him, what happens there is for every blood drop, you take 1 die away for the test of honor. That's not good at all. It's not looking good at all for the red samurai. Let's do the test of honor first for our samurai here. So his test of honor is 5, but he has 3 blood drops, so it only gets 2 dice to get 3 successes. And if he don't, he is going to fall back 6 inches. Oh, he gets 2 successes, so that is no good. So he's going to fall back 6 inches. So because of that, it's a straight line. So he's going back here, like so. Actually, he's going to go back further than that. It's got to be a straight line, always a straight line. So he's here, so he goes back 6 inches, just like that. So we're on to the bowman. Now, with not the bowman, the spearman, because they were in a group for their test of honor, they get a +1 for the spearman, I should say. I keep saying bowman. They have spears. Bah! So they get the full guys are there, so they get a 3 + 1, so they get 4 for their test of honor, which ain't too bad. Let's see if they can pass their test of honor. Looking for 3 successes. Come on, baby. They only get 2 successes, so they have to go back up to 6 inches too as well. Ooh, that was really bad. The red clan is suffering here. That's not good. And that sends the 3 experienced spearmen back here. That was not a good part of this round by no means for this. This hurts really bad. On the red clan activation, we drew their first fate token. So we get an upgrade card. I drew one, just right here. And this says, Tough Hide. When the samurai suffers a heavy wound, roll a die. The following result applies instead. So 2 swords is a light wound, 1 sword is a light wound with 2 blood drops. Heavy wound cut down, that don't even count. Oh, a blank is a heavy wound, they're cut down. Ouch. And then X is a heavy wound cut down. Strength is only once. So again, this here is a samurai card. So because of that, it's going on my samurai here too as well. So he can only get one more upgrade card and then he is done. He can't grab any more upgrade cards. It's not looking good at all for the red samurai and the red clan at all. This is tough. This is the end of turn 2. Now, the third fate token was drawn because of that, and also for the second fate token there was one of the upgrade cards. It was for searching, but we're not doing any searching in this here. It gives you an extra +1 die to search, but we're not searching, so because of that, then nothing happens and we have the end of the turn. We had another token. We tried to roll for the musketman, but he failed to come on for reinforcement, so he did not do anything, and you can see the rest. The last activation for the red samurai, he was back here. He moved up 3 inches, has a cautious token, he still has the wound tokens. And that is the end of turn 2. Oh boy, we only have 3 turns left. What is going to happen? This is not looking good, like I said, for the red clan, but they may pull some magic samurai stuff out of their sheath. We will see. We will see. It's the beginning of turn 3 and it is the red clan gets to go. So I drew a commoner token for them, and I'm thinking what I'm going to do here is put it on one of the bowmen, because you can see him down here. He's going to move up 3 inches. He's going to try to shoot at the spearman for the blue team right here. Scratch that. He's going to move up. He's going to try to shoot the sergeant. Yeah, take him out more. That's it. He's going to shoot at the sergeant and try to kill him. By moving up to 3 inches and going to shoot, he is within 3 inches of the objective, so he holds the objective because there's nothing, as you can tell, 3 inches away that is contesting it. So he's there and he's shooting at the sergeant. Because it is over 12 inches away, he takes 2 dice. He's got to get 3 successes. Come on, baby. It's only 1. So you don't have to do an avoidance roll. That sucks. For the blue clan, it is the samurai's turn, so it's his first activation. And I think what I'm going to do is, you can see here that he's on the objective marker, the yellow samurai for the blue clan, but he's going to charge him. So he's going to go up 6 inches and he's going to try to chop him down. Now, because he's doing that, it looks like he's still going to be within the 3 inches from the objective, so he's still holding it, and he's going to try to chop down the red samurai. That is exactly what he's doing. So he's moving up base to base. He is still within 3 inches, so he's still holding that objective. He loses his caution marker because he did an action, and now he's going to attack. And remember, I have that card which is issue a challenge. He is issuing a challenge to the red samurai, so he gets the extra die. So that's 5 plus 1, is 6 attack die is what he gets. Alright, I'm just in the way here because we're trying to get the dice. So that's what he gets, the 6 attack dice. So let's see if he gets the same results as before. And he gets 1, 2, 3, 4. So he successfully hits. But that red samurai has a caution token, so he's going to burn that. And he's going to try to do his avoidance, which is 5. This video just proves that I cannot count. Or no, I had 6. I thought I only had 5 I counted, but 1 went underneath the rice stores right there, so I did count. Scratch that, I can count. At least to 6 anyhow. Just so everybody knows, it is an X that it wasn't an extra sword. So he does successfully hit the red samurai. The red samurai is burning his avoidance, so he gets 5 to avoid, which is agility. So let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can count. So he only needs 3 successes here. And he gets 4 successes. That's really good, because the other 2 are blank. So because he failed, what happens is he gets pushed back an inch. Just like so. But nothing else happens. Nothing at all, because he was able to avoid. He don't even get another wound onto him, which is a good thing, because that red samurai is hurting really, really bad. On the red clan, we drew a commoner token, and he used a commoner token to remove the reload token from the musket. So that's a good thing. Then we're on to the blue clan, and the blue clan drew another samurai token. So therefore it is the blue clan again. So, or yellow samurai for the blue clan. So he's going to come up and he's going to attack him again. Oh boy. And again, it's 6 dice because of that card. I keep saying again. Again. So anyhow, it's 6 die. 6 dice. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he hits him. Successfully hits him. So now he's going to try to avoid, and he's got 5 dice to avoid. I'm off camera here. So avoidance is 5. Oh yeah. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's got 6 sword successes, so therefore he gets a bonus for the avoidance. I think he gets a jab at the yellow samurai. Let me double check on that. Alright, so I just double checked where I said he had a heavy sword, and he had a pass of 5 or more sword success, but you can see there's no bonus for the avoidance. I guess because the sword is so heavy you don't have time to do like a quick jab or anything, so because of that he don't get a bonus, and the yellow samurai just gets pushed back an inch again. One thing I forgot to mention, because the red samurai did not have a cautious token onto him this time, we had to go in the bag and grab one of his activation tokens so that he could do the avoidance. So he is down to 2 activations now. So this just happened. It was on to the yellow samurai turn again, and he attacked him. And he successfully hit, and he got a bonus. So because he got the bonus, he got the 2 bonuses again, just like before. It's slipping my mind what they're called. Oh, I better check on that just for the wording properly. Deep cut and fearsome blow. Haha! I know I remember. Actually, I cheated because I just looked in the book to remember. But in any case, what happened here is he rolled success to avoid. So because of the avoidance though, what happens is he still gets a wound, which brings him to 4. And the spearmen were up here on their turn because they activated, moved here. But they failed their test of honor. So they fled back 6 inches. This bowman was definitely in range, but he passed his test of honor. And also this samurai failed his test of honor, so he flew back 6 inches too as well. And that's what happened for that. That was a lot that happened. That red samurai is hurting really bad. On the blue clan's activation, it pulled the first fate token. So I drew an upgrade card, and the upgrade card was a local guide. Up to 3 warriors who are more than 9 inches away from any enemies can make a free cautious move action. That is really good, but then this gets discarded. So because that's discarded, up to 3. So what I did is, I already did it off camera, but I'll explain to you what I did. So I'm swinging over here, and these guys, the spearman was away up to 9 inches away, so they did a cautious move action, so they moved 3 inches to get a cautious token. Now, the sergeant didn't move, but the bowman group did. They moved 3 inches, and they get a cautious move action. And also the musket guys moved up 3 inches because they were away more than 9 inches away, and they get a cautious token too as well. That's something that the red clan did not want happen. So they're moving up, they're getting closer to the objective markers, and the only damage that's been taken so far is from the red clan, with the samurais hurting really bad. This is not looking good at all. on the red clan drew the second fate token. So, the upgrade card is a military scholar. The samurai and friendly warriors within 6 inches gain a +1 die on the test of wits to target a further enemy. So that could definitely be beneficial, but because that is the third upgrade card, it says samurai and friendly warrior. So no more upgrade cards for the samurai until he uses this. Oh, it's knowledge, it's ongoing. So this is a constant ongoing thing. This is once per battle, and this is ongoing. So this could be one that the samurai could keep for an upgrade. Finally, after all this toil, the red samurai is able to activate, and he's charging within 6 inches because he was over here. So he's going up and he's going to try to do some damage to that yellow samurai. And remember, the card gives him an extra die. So instead of 5, he gets 6 for the attack. So here's the 6 dice. Come on, see if we can do some damage here. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets a bonus to this. So, and we already seen what the bonus is, because that's how the red samurai got them wounds onto him. So he gets the furious blow, and he also gets the other one, which I can't remember. Correction, fearsome blow and deep cut. So first, he's going to try to avoid, but the thing is he don't have any cautious tokens on him, and he also has all 3 of his samurai tokens used. So he can't even try to avoid any of this. So something is going to happen here. I can feel it in my katana, or actually in this case, heavy sword. Oh boy, let's see what damage he does. This is a damage roll, the red samurai hitting into the yellow samurai, and you get, 4, 5, 6, so he even gets an extra bonus for this. Woo, woo. So, he can't avoid it. That means that the yellow samurai is going to be cut down, but he also has to do a test of honor to see if he comes back to life with a wound. Now, from where he is cut down, he gets to do a test of honor. Now, if he passes his test of honor, then he is going to stay where he is, but he is down, I think, and he gets a blood drop and an injury card. So we're going to do a test of honor for the yellow samurai to see if he's still in the game or if he's cut down. So this is for the yellow samurai's test of honor. And he only gets 2. So he is actually slain. So he's gone. The red samurai, he just had enough of just getting so many blood wounds from that yellow samurai. So he's like, that's it, you did! You did! And he killed him. That's it, he's dead. So because he killed him, he using a long sword or the heavy sword, there's still a little bit of tests that have to be done here. Anything within the 6 inches of where he was have to do a test of honor. So I'm thinking the loyal spearmen are definitely going to be within the 6-inch range. I'm going to measure just to find out to see. So I'm just going to put him back where he's only going to measure, and I'll be back to you in a second. The spearman was actually within 6 inches, just on the dot from the fallen samurai. So because of that, they seen this happen. They're hoping they're going to hold their nerve. So it's 4+1 if you have the full group still in there. So they have to get a success of 3 or higher, or they go back. But they did. So they hold their nerve. They're able to stay there. So they're fine with their test of honor. But now also too as well, because he used a heavy sword, he's able to do a follow-up, which is a free move action or a free charge action. And he is within 6 inches. So he can run up, whoops, just like that. And he is going to try to attack the group of spearmen here too as well, to see if he can knock one of them down or cut one of them down in battle too. He should get 5 dice, but because of that card where if he was fighting the other samurai, he gets an extra 1 die, but because where he's fighting and they're not samurai, they're commoners, he loses 1 to his attack. So he only has 4 die. So let's see if he's going to hit them or not. So he gets 3 successes, yep. So he's able to whack them with his heavy sword. So now they have their caution token, so they burn that. Lucky they got that caution token. So because of that, now they are going to be able to try to do an avoid to see if they don't get cut down. The agility on those are 3, so they need 3 successes or the hit does go through. Oh, it's a fumble too as well, so something else happens here. What happens because of the heavy sword is actually nothing happens. But we do have to roll a damage roll now to see if he actually kills one of the spearmen. So you get 5 dice. So let's go 3. So he definitely hits them. And I think it's a wound. So that means one of them are dead. I think. I'm going to double check on that though. He successfully hit, so he kills one of them. Ugh. And also they get pushed back, straight back, 1 inch. Whoa, this red samurai, he's on a mission now. He's tired of getting all the wounds. He just wants to destroy. Now, I think he's still maybe 3 inches into the objective. I'm going to measure that to find out, but hopefully he is. Judging from that, he is within 3 inches, so he is holding that objective. So just to recap, this is crazy. So the red samurai cut down the yellow samurai, moved in for a follow-up to the spearman, and cut down one of the spearmen too as well. He's just on fire. No wonder he's red, because he's on fire. He's just killing them all. Kill them all! On the turn for the blue clan, we drew a commoner token, and it is the spearmen that are going to charge, so they want some revenge. So they're going in to try to attack the red samurai and kill him. So I don't know what's gonna happen here. Is the samurai gonna be able to survive still? Who knows? This don't look good for the red samurai because he's used all 3 of his activation tokens. So they moved in. There's 2 left, so they get the bonus 3+1 to the attack. So let's see. Oh, that's 3 successes. Oh boy. This is not good at all because that red samurai may just die. Roll on the damage for the damage now. Because there's 2 left, you have to use the strength because it's in melee, not the aim. So it's 3. Oh. Just a quick correction here, because in the book it says that if in melee when they're attacking they have any blood drops, you get an extra die for each blood drop that miniature has. So like that's a lot of dice that is going to, so all he needs is 3, and he's got the 3, but he has more excess. No, it's 3 and 3, so it's equal, so that's fine. So he does do it. He did knock him down. He cut him down in battle, but because of he cut him down, he's able to do a test of honor. But the thing is, his test of honor is 5. And he already has 4 blood wounds, so he'd be down to only 1. There's no way he will pass that. So he's slain. He's done. He died. So that red samurai died. But he killed the yellow one first, which is good, and one of the spearmen. So it was all worth it in the end, I guess. I did, however, forget the tough hide that the red samurai has. So when the samurai suffers a heavy wound, roll a die. The following result applies instead. So he may not die here. So let's see. 2 swords. So he gets a light wound, so he gets 1 blood drop, so he's still alive. Whoa. This is so lucky, but strength is 1, so therefore he used this. It is gone. But he's still alive, he just gets another blood drop, so he's up to 5 blood drops. Ouch, and gets pushed back an inch. I can't believe how this Red Samurai is holding on. Like, oh, he's pretty tough. And because they pushed him back an inch, he's still holding that objective. Because the spearmen are actually more than 3 inches away from that objective. So he's still holding it. This is absolutely insane. On the next activation for the blue clan, we drew a commoner token, and I'm putting it with the experienced bowman, because as you can see, they're very close to being able to shoot at that poor samurai that got the 5 wounds. So they're going to move up 3 inches, lose the caution token, and then they're going to shoot at that samurai and see if they're going to cut him down in battle. Correction, they were just 6 inches away from the Red Samurai, so therefore they are not going to move up 3 and shoot. They are actually charging, so they're going up and they are going to try to hit the Red Samurai and take him out, but I hope not. 3 dice, looking for 3 successes, and they get the 3 successes. Uh-oh. Now that samurai, he has his 3 actions already done, his 3 action tokens, so he can't even avoid like usual. So because of that, we go right on to the damage chart to see if they will cut him down or not. Because we're rolling on the damage chart now, and he has 5 wounds, that's 5 extra dice that they get. So a total of 3 plus 5 is 8. That's bad. Oh, that's 8 dice. And he can't avoid it at all. So that's 1, 2, 3. That's 4, 5. That's 6. Oh, that's 8 right there. That's a total of 8 hits. Ouch. That definitely hurt. So, but he has that card onto him, but he already used it, so he can't do anything else. So he is slain. He's done. Because even like to do a test of honor to come back, he already has 5, and his test of honor is 5. So because of that, he couldn't even roll a die to try to come back. So he is cut down. He's gone. That was a very vicious hit. But they also got a bonus. So I have to check to see what the bonus is for that. I think it's a follow-up, but I will double check. So this time, definitely the Red Samurai is gone. He is killed. He's cut down in battle. Now, what happens now is because they got the bonus on the damage, they do a follow-up. So they're able to move to the closest model 6 inches charge, but there's none 6 inches, so they just get a free move of up to 6 inches, and that's what they're doing. They moved up their 6 inches, and they are still within 3 inches of the objective, so they are holding on to that objective. The last token for the end of turn 3 was for the blue clan, and the only one that didn't activate was the sergeant. So the sergeant did move 6 inches, so he puts him again within 3 inches of the objective. So that is the end of turn 3. We only have 2 more turns left to go. It's looking very bleak for the Red Clan for sure. Oh, especially they lost their samurai, but also the blue clan has lost their samurai too as well. So it's all about the commoners now to see who's going to last these last 2 turns. So we're on to the top, or the beginning, whatever you want to call it, of turn 4. For the beginning of turn 4, all of the musketmen, where they shot, that they lost, that they used their action in the last 2 turns to clear the reload, and none of them shot anymore. So they're good. We have 1 caution token onto the musketmen right there, but that's everyone has a caution token. And also too, as well as the lone musketman for the red clan has still not been deployed. This is bad. But for the objective wise, we have the red bowman holding 1 objective, and we also have the blue clan holding 1 objective. Now the musketmen right here, they are too far away for the second objective. So as it looks right now, it is tied 1-1. On to the show. First up was the red clan. They did a commoner token, so put it on the musketman that was here, and we rolled to see if he was able to successfully deploy, and it was 3, and we were on turn 4, so that's extra dice for his test of wits. So because of that, this is what I rolled. I rolled 5, so he was able to successfully come on, and that is where he is. Now we're on to the blue clan's turn. On the blue clan, it was a commoner token because there are no samurai tokens left in the bag. The activated the experienced musketmen moved 3 inches, so they're within that marker now, and they shot at the bowman. You can see there's a wound on the bowman there. They successfully did a strike, and when they rolled, he rolled for avoidance. He failed, then they rolled for the damage, and they did not get any damage onto him, but he still takes a wound and gets pushed back 1 inch. So that's what happened here, and we're on to the red clan. Now, I'm not going to keep recording everything. I know we're getting close to the end of the game, but this is turn 4. If anything significant happens again, I will come back and show you exactly what it is. A lot has happened here on turn 4. So Bowman got a wound. This Bowman shot, did nothing. He came on, he couldn't do anything else. So they got a wound because they got hit, but nothing else happened to them. So right now, onto the red clan, the spearman was in 6 inches. They come up to charge the bowman, and they get 3+1 because there's a full unit. And they get 3 successful hits. So I have to, these guys are already activated, so because they activated, they can't really do anything to try to avoid. So now we have to roll the damage chart to see what happens to those guys, which are the blue bowmen. To roll in the damage chart, they don't get any bonus because they're in melee, so... Oh boy, let's see what happens here. No, they fumbled. Something happens. Because they fumbled, the only thing that happens is it's a glance off, and because they failed, there's no wounds and they get pushed back 1 inch, and that's what happens at that. At the end of the round of turn 4, because we only got 1 turn left to go, you can see a lot of stuff has happened here. So just as a recap, the red hold 1 objective right now because it's not within 3 inches. The blue holds 2 objectives. So the blue's leading by 1. We still have 1 more turn to go. Now, it's looking pretty bleak for the red team because what probably is going to happen is I'm going to get the blue to activate to come up here. Now, unless I get to draw them first and they tie them up, they're not going to be able to move there. So then if they tie them up, then we still have that 1 objective. Now with this bow guy right here, so if he moves up 6 inches, he's still not going to be in the in line for the other objective. So I think it kind of looks like here that the blue clan has it, because there's no way that they could pull off a victory here, because just looking at this, I think we're done in the game. I think the red team is going to concede. And just so I'm 100% sure, I'm just going to examine all possibilities and I'll be back and let you know if we're going to go on to turn 5 or if the blue team is just going to concede because there's no way they're going to win. After examining all the possibilities of what could happen, I think it's safe to say that the victory does go to the blue clan. The reason why I say that is the blue clan presently has 2 objectives and the red clan has 1. Now, hypothetically, even if the red clan drew their on turn 5 go first, they could go up to tie these guys up, which they would have to spend an action token to defend, and because of that, they're not going to be able to move to get to this objective. Now, having said that, and if he activated again, he would probably stay close here, so he'd move up roughly just to 3 inches and shoot. There's no way that he's going to kill the 3 of them, and there's 2 of them close to this objective, and because of that, there's no way to be able to kill both, well, the 3 men. Now this guy, he can move up 3 inches and shoot, and he'd be able to kill 1, but still, even if he killed 1 here, there's still going to be 1 left, and if he killed, there'd be 1 left. Now with him, he could move up to here and then shoot and kill. Just say that wiped out on this objective all of the 3 commoners. We still have this objective here, which is being held up by the 3 blue commoners, and we also have the musket guy here that could shoot, and the most he could do is kill 1. So therefore, the blue still have the 1 objective. So it would, at the most part, it would be a tie. So I don't know if I should play this out or not, because it potentially is going to be a tie, or it's either a tie or the blue is going to win. So having said that, I was going to concede, but I think we're just going to have to try to play it through and see what happens. So we're on to the beginning of turn 5. Why not? We're on turn 5, and we have the commoner token for the red clan, and I am going to place it into the experienced spearman. Like I said, I planned on doing is I'm going to charge, so they're moving up to get base to base, and they're going to attack the bowman again. Okay, let's see what happens here. And we got 3 successes. So as I planned on, they're going to attack. They have to pull the activation token to try to avoid. They have 3 dice to avoid because they're agility. So let's see if they avoid successfully. No, they fail. So because they fail, now we have to roll on the damage chart and see if they get knocked down by 1, if one of them gets cut down or not. Here it goes. 3 successes, so they get hit, they try to avoid, they failed, so therefore one of them is cut down. Come on, somebody come on, there we go. So one of the bowmen are cut down and they get pushed back 1 inch, just like so. For the blue clan, I'm activating the musket man. They're moving up 3 inches, and they're shooting to try to hit this lone archer for the red clan. 3+1 dice to try to damage. Oh, they only get 1, so they failed. So then the red bowmen don't even have to pull a token to try to avoid. Onto the red activation. So this bowman is going to move up as 3 inches. And he's going to try to put a shot into the sergeant and see if he can kill the sergeant. 3 dice. 3 successes. Nice. So the sergeant has the caution, so he's going to burn that instead of burning his activation token. and he's going to try to avoid the shot of the arrow. Sergeant has 3 agility, so 3 to try to avoid, and he successfully avoids. Nice. So again, nothing else happens. First fate token drawn, and that is for the blue clan, so we gotta do an upgrade card. We get the map plus 1 die to the test of wits for a search. We're not doing any search, but that's the turn. Now we're onto the red clan. For the red clan, we are going to assign it to one of the musketmen. They're going to move up 3 inches, because you can see him there, and he's going to try to take a shot at the blue musketmen. The blue musketmen already went, so because of that, now there's 3 dice right here. They won't be able to react. Oh, but he fails when he gets to 2, so nothing else happens. He gets a reload token put onto him, but this is the turn 5, so I'm not even going to bother putting a reload token onto his card. Fate token number 2 is drawn for the blue clan, so another upgrade card. And we got this upgrade card, Exceptional Armor. If an enemy's damage roll against a samurai does not include any swords on the die, it counts as glance off and does not cause a blood drop. Problem with this is we don't have any more samurai left, so we can't really use this, but it says it's ongoing, so we can put it there as an upgrade card to the dead samurai anyhow, because we can keep that to upgrade for our next battle. Now, it said I wanted to try to figure out the plan, but we can't, because that is the 3rd and final fate token that is drawn. So because of that, that ends the game. Let's count up who has the most points for the holds the objectives, and I'll be back. I just did a quick tally of the objectives. The red clan holds 1 objective. They're within 3 inches, which is right, and it's not contested. The blue clan holds this objective within 3 inches. It's not contested, and the blue clan also holds this objective, and within 3 inches there's no other enemy that is contesting it. So therefore the blue clan has won this battle. Such a fun game, I have to say. I had a ball. Now, I probably made a couple more rules mistakes, like I said. If I did, please comment down below. Let me know what rules mistakes I did. Refer to a page number and say like, hey, you did this wrong, and you should have done that, so I can correct it for the next battle report. Every time I play this Test of Honor, I'm just falling in love with this game more and more. It is a lot of fun. It's a small scale skirmish game, as you can see, and you know, it's not hard to play. You know, a couple of rules mistakes obviously, but you're going to get that in almost any game you play until you know you become a veteran at it. I'm far from a veteran at this game. I'm interested to see what the next battle is going to be, and also too, as well as what upgrade card am I going to be able to keep. I don't really have many upgrade cards. I may just not keep any and just keep going from there. I'm going to have to double check, but that will be into the next time we play. If I am going to play, well, not if, but when I play the next battle. It's going to be Battle 3, and I will tell you if I kept any of the upgrade cards, but I might not. Might just keep it like it is. This is pretty intense. The game lasts a little long, but all the way to the end of turn 5. I think the blue clan played it very smart. They kind of covered more than one objective. And the red clan tried to, but they kept getting pushed back because of the bad dice rolls. And also because of where the yellow samurai did so much damage and they had to do a Test of Honor, which they failed. So that kind of changed a lot of it right there. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this game. Test of Honor by Warlord Games. Warlord Games, thank you very much for sending me this game, because I love it. I will continue playing it on my channel, and I will continue to support Warlord Games Test of Honor, as well as Bolt Action and the other games that they would like to send me to do battle reports on. So BoardGameManiacs, I hope you enjoyed this game. It, went right to the very end for sure. It was a lot of fun, a lot of tactical, some rules mistakes possibly. Again, comment down below if there's any rules mistakes. If you like this video and you want to see more great videos, battle reports on BoardGameManiacs channel, please hit the subscribe button so I can boost the subscription level for the channel. We are starting to do an incline of subscriptions lately, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So until next time, talk to people, communicate, because communication is key. But most importantly of all, and that is, be a maniac. Hoo-ah!